What's up, everyone? It's Lord Ryujin, and this is gonna be probably a real quick video. It is almost 1 a.m. here, and I'm getting off of work, and I've been reading a bunch of stuff on my social media that I wanted to take a moment and talk about. And I might end up putting this under a things that should not be news section, but can we please stop with the console rumors? I mean, please. The reason why I ask is because every single thing that I have read has been false. What do I mean? Well, for the past couple of days, they've been throwing around this whole Nintendo NX controller. This is what it looks like. This is an official source showing us here that they... And guess what? It's not... That's not the NX controller. Could have told you that. There's no buttons on it. And Nintendo did not officially step forward and say that that's what it was. So until Nintendo officially shows off the NX and the NX controller, I'm not going to believe anything. I'm sorry. I think that I'm done with console rumors. I mean, there have been so many of these over the years. I remember when the PlayStation 4 was just coming out, and they were talking about the controller was going to be able to connect as one and then split in case you want to do it as Move, and that didn't happen. And then they were talking about, I think, last year, about the new Move patent that was going to come out, the brand new and improved Move that didn't happen. They're just going to use the same old PlayStation Move controllers for the PlayStation VR. So these rumors that keep floating around, I know that we really need to take them with a grain of salt, and that's the whole point. It's the only reason why I really even talk about them half the time. It's just because they're fun to speculate. But when you show me something like the Nintendo NX controller, I'm capable of believing that a little bit more. You're showing me a physical picture. You're showing me a video of something at a conference or something. I'm able to believe that a little bit more than just, oh, hey, there was this patent filed. This could potentially be this, that, and the other. Or it could just be a company that's holding on to a licensing right just in case they figure out how to use it. Who knows? But the thing that probably irked me the most, and the main reason for this video, was these rumors that were floating around. And again, Nintendo officially came out and debunked that the Wii U was going to be canceled at the end of this year, that they were going to officially stop manufacturing it. Production was just going to stop. And I knew that was BS from the beginning. And how do I, a man in his mid-30s, know that that was BS? Well, I have a brain, and I used it. Because it didn't make much sense to me that here's a company like Nintendo that has a system that's having games coming out. Even if Zelda Wii U comes out at the end of this year, 2016, you mean to tell me they're not going to try and continue to sell it in 2017, and then they're just going to completely stop selling Zelda Wii U? It's only going to be out for like a month, and then like, that's it. And that they have no games lined up for the Wii U at all in 2017. There's not a single one. Because I don't care what people say, I still believe that the NX is going to be a console and a portable. And the portable is what they're talking about. It's going to be coming out in 2016, with the console coming out in 2017. That's what I believe. Until, again, it's officially announced. But even if the NX is a full-blown console, and it does come out at the end of this year, you mean to tell me that they're not going to continue to make Wii U's? Sony didn't stop making PlayStation 3s. They made cross-compatible games. They made games for the PS3 and the PS4. Microsoft made games for the 360 and for the Xbox One. Nintendo, I'm sure, will have games that will come out exclusively for the NX, of course, but they're more likely going to have games that are going to be on both Wii U as well as on the NX, I'm sure. And even with something like the Wii, for an example, that had this whole thing of, well, you know, it has completely different controllers, so the games are completely different, this, that, and the other. That's fine, but even the GameCube continued to still be in production for at least a year, I want to believe. At least a year after the Wii U's launch. They didn't just stop. Companies don't just stop. That is basically cutting the hand that feeds you, more or less, because you have these adopters of the Wii U that they're still playing it, they're still buying games for it. And for some people like me, we actually snatched those things up. I mean, I bought a Wii U the moment it came out, pretty much. But what I'm talking about is that the best time to buy a console or buy a game, any collector knows this, is when the system's going out. That means that new systems coming in, the retailers, they want to make room for the new games, and so they're going to try to get rid of the old games. You'll find them in clearance bins, bargain bins, everywhere. And that's the best time. And for somebody that might be doing that, that's when they're going to snatch up a Wii U. So I didn't believe for a second that the Wii U was going to stop being in production. It just didn't make any sense. Even if they logically came out and said, well, it's a completely different controller, completely different technology, we can't support it in any way, they're still going to probably minimize the production but not completely kill it, just in case there's somebody out there who might want to pick up a Wii U. Retail. Not have to spend 2 or 3 times the amount that you might be able to buy it online. So that's just my 2 cents. And I know that it's late. I'm probably rambling and I'm probably going around in circles about the whole thing. But I really get irked by rumors. Because 9 times out of 10, they aren't even true. They're just speculation and opinions. And there's nothing wrong with that. I speak my opinion all the time about what I think the NX will be. And features I think it's going to have, things I think it's going to be capable of doing. That's perfectly fine. But I voice those as speculation and opinion. And I know that with most of these articles, they say just take it for a grain of salt. These are just rumors. And that's perfectly fine. But I think what I got the most upset about, the most irked by, was just the simple fact of it showed up everywhere. Like, I'm on Facebook, and I'm scrolling, and every single article, the Wii U is ending. The Wii U is ending. Oh, even Nintendo Magazine was reporting that. I'm like, you mean to tell me that Nintendo Magazine and all these Nintendo affiliate sites that they don't know? I mean, come on. But I mean, I know that they got to report what's popular when they see something on that pop up, like IGN says this. They got to go and they got to type up their thing about it and say IGN says this and all that. I get it. You got to come out with what's trending and all that stuff. It was just irksome to me because I find it funny that even after Nintendo officially came out and said, no, we are not fully canceling the Wii U. We're not stopping the production of it. They're still showing up. Those articles are still showing up. And even after Nintendo has officially come out and said that thing that you saw, that NX controller, yeah, that's bogus. That's not it at all. It's still showing up. I mean, come on. I'll give it a day or two, I'm sure, because I'm sure that, you know, with these news cycles and stuff, they're probably a few hours behind and stuff like that. Depending upon when stuff hits, they might report it the next day and stuff like that. So I'll give it a day or two. But I really just wanted to take the time to talk about those 2 things and why I kind of thought they were bogus. I kind of knew that the NX thing was, or the Wii U thing, I mean, was a little bit more bogus than the NX. I wanted to kind of believe the NX controller a little bit more because that did seem along the lines of what they had patented. And again, it was a photo. And I know that stuff can be easily photoshopped and stuff like that, but it always seems more plausible when you give a video something. Like, I remember that there was something that I saw a few years ago that was totally bogus, but it was called WeAre. And it was basically this platform thing that we sat on, and then it would allow for virtual reality through a headset. And just because of how the video was done, the production quality of it, I really believed that it was something that was going to happen for a while. And it wasn't. And it just made sense to me to go from like 3D to virtual reality. So it made a ton of sense. But with that in mind, make sure that you share your thoughts if you want about this whole thing. What did you think about the announcement that Nintendo was going to end the Wii U. I kind of always thought it was bogus because it just doesn't make any logical sense. I mean, that's just like saying, hey, here's the PS4, here's a new piece of hardware, and screw you guys that bought PS3s, you're no longer supported. I mean, I know that at some point you have to drop the ball, just like they don't make PS3 games anymore. But you get what I'm saying. It wouldn't make much sense from a business standpoint for Nintendo to completely drop the Wii U, even if it is selling horribly. Because even though the GameCube sold horribly, they still supported it for a while, even after the Wii U came out. So it's not like they have to completely abandon it. And I'm sure that with the Wii U, again, more likely being backwards compatible with the NX, that those features are still going to be there. Just like you can still use Wii remotes on the Wii U, I'm still sure you're still going to be able to use the Wii U gamepad and the Pro Controller and all the different Wii U accessories on the NX. I'm sure of it. So, to some extent, they're not going to fully drop it, I'm sure. But only time will tell on this, of course, and I hope that you'll join me. I'll continue to try and cover it the best that I can. Things are kind of hectic right now. I am still working late, but I have free time that's going to be coming up soon, and I'm also going to have a new job coming up, so I'm going to have more flexibility on nights and weekends, so I can hopefully bring you more solid video content and not have to skip when I, have to sometimes. But I appreciate you watching. If you've watched this far, I do apologize for any rambling that I may have done. It's late, and I need to go get some sleep now. And I thank you for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.